back to another video with me, Country Wood Girl, and today I am going to be making a picture frame. Now, if you didn't already know, which I'm sure you have because you follow my channel and you're subscribed, you'll know that me and my partner Tom bought a derelict barn, and that was last May, so we're getting on for almost a year. So in that year we have been tidying the barn up, we've took the roof off, we've started building walls, we've got the foundations in, and everything is going really smoothly. Now, while we're doing this build, not everything is always going to be smooth. We're going to forget how much effort we've put in, and we're going to start getting probably a little bit annoyed with each other and how things are going. So as a reminder, I have printed off a picture of the barn exactly how we bought it, untouched by us. This is how it was when we got it, and it's an absolute mess. So I've printed it off a nice big size, and I want to make a picture frame that this slots in. Instead of buying like one of your cheap, I don't know, IKEA, am I allowed to say that on camera? I don't know, picture frames, I thought, why not let's go make one and bring you guys with me, and it'll be a really cool beginner's video and just something fun to do this weekend. So we are going to be making a picture frame for this barn as a reminder for me and my partner that we have done a lot and things are going well. So to be making this picture frame, I'm going to be using this piece of oak. Yes, it is really long. If you don't have timber this long, do not worry, just do it in 2 bits. You'll never see the join anyway, especially if you work out where your join will be, your mitre will be. Work that out and roughly go a little bit longer and do it in 2 bits like that. But because I've got the length, I'm going to try and do this in one piece. Now obviously if this piece is really bendy, we're not going to be able to plane it up and get the right thickness that we want. So until we put it on the planer, we don't know whether we're going to have to cut this in half or not. Hopefully not, but if we do, it's not the end of the world. So we're going to be starting off with this piece of oak, and my plan is to add in some ash and another contrasting timber, so whether that's purple heart or walnut, I haven't quite decided yet. And then we're going to be using a router cutter to get these molded. So it's really simple, you don't need a lot of things, you only really need some way of planing your timber up and getting it parallel, and then you could do it all with a router cutter. I might cheat a little bit and use the spindle molder, but essentially it is just big router cutter. You can do exactly the same with a router, so don't worry if you don't have one of those, because I know I'm privileged to have that. But that's what we're going to do, so let's get this planed up first and let's get rolling with making this picture frame. Please do stick around, hit that thumbs up button, check out my other videos, check out the barn videos because they are, well, I love them because obviously it's my life, but they are pretty good watch too. Go check them out, let me know what you think of them in this video so I know you've seen them. Let's get going. So we've got this piece of oak all planed up and width to the width that I want it, which is actually 40 mil. And we've ended up with this being 21, and it is too long to go through the sander. It's quite a big effort to try and take a whole out going through to the timber store to get that through, so we're not going to bother because the planer's got fresh blades on and it's a really nice finish anyway. So what we want to do now is we're going to be putting in a groove for another piece of wood to go in. So we want like a stripe of wood to go in. So we're going to put one groove in, glue that bit of wood in, and then straight after that's gone off, we're going to then put another bit of wood in above it, but a different colour. So we're going to do like one dark, one ash, one dark, one light even. So probably like a walnut or a purple heart and an ash. So we're going to put that in there, but we're going to do one at a time just so we get our grooves set in the right place. Again, this is obviously a spindle cutter, but you can do this with a router table just as easy. It just means you've got to go a little bit slower because a router has a little bit less power than this, but it's easily done, so don't let this put you off. Get out your router table and get a router cutter put in. I'm going to need somebody to hold the ends on this because it's just too long, and as soon as it starts getting a little wobble, it just creates a wobble in your router cut, so we're going to go get a hand to get this through. I've managed to find Tom, so he's going to give us a hand. So we've now got this frame grooved with one of the grooves that we're going to do, and that's 11mm. So I've just got these out 11mm by 11mm because it doesn't matter if they stick up a bit because we can just put it back through the planer after. So we're going to get them glued in. We might have to do it in 2 bits because I don't think we'll have enough cramps, but yeah, I'm going to show you how I glue this bit, and then I'll just do the same on the other side off camera because it would just be really boring watching too. This is Type Bond 3 that I'm using, really good glue, weatherproof, indoor, outdoor use, superb. That's such a tight fit, it doesn't even need cramped. I'm really happy with that. It's a bit of a guessing game to how tight you go, because obviously you don't want this whole edge to split off or anything to split as you're getting it in, but that seems to have gone perfect. Might be able to get the other side in now as well, and then that obviously means our gluing time is shorter. So we've got this piece of ash glued in now. It's quite a similar colour, but I think when it's oiled it'll look quite different. And then we're going to put in our purple heart, because I've decided we are doing purple heart, not walnut, but again, you could do something similar. Right next to that, the exact same width. So I've already set the spindle up just on the very end, so we're good to go. We've got Tom here again, who's just going to give us a hand on the ends to stop it wobbling and to stop it dropping in or out. So that's good, so we'll get that done and then we'll get our purple heart glued in. So we now got our ash and purple heart glued in. This is looking all right so far. I think this is one of them designs that you don't know what it's going to look like until you give it a go. So hopefully it'll be nice, but if it's not the end of the world. We can make another. But what we want to do now is we want to create 2 rebates in the back of this, one for the picture glass and one for a backboard to go on to hold the picture and the glass in place. So we're going to do that again on the spindle, but again, same thing, can do it with a router, doesn't matter. So we're going to get that done and then we're going to start shaping it. So you can see that second groove was only 2mm higher because picture glass can come in 2mm, and that's where our board is gonna screw into. So now I'm gonna shape the front, but I guess at this point you could actually just leave it how it is. You don't actually need to shape this at all, you could just put like a chamfer on each side. But I want to make this like rounded, so we're gonna go for this being like all molded. But yeah, it's completely up to your opinion or desire what you want to do with it now. So this is the cutter that we're going to use to mould it, and we'll have to put it through twice. So it's going to cut once and then we're going to either spin our piece of wood around or lift this up. I'm not too sure which one's going to be better yet until we give it a go. Then we're going to put it through again. But this will create almost like a 3 round effect. So you can see I've just tested one tiny bit there. Also, if you're to do this, make sure you just maybe leave a little bit more wood on. This is like really strong still, so it's not going anywhere, but I just wish maybe I'd left a little bit more on. But it doesn't matter, one of them things, live and learn, and it is only a picture frame for me at the end of the day, so it's okay. But yeah, it's going to round this one all the way down, and then we're going to reset it that it'll round this ash one all the way down. And then we'll have to start mitering it, getting it jointed and gluing it together. So once you've got it in this long length, the best thing to do is to actually sand this up till, I don't know, like 240 grit. You might need to go quite rough because obviously, well, it depends how sharp your cutter is, but it's definitely easy to get this sanded in a long length. So now you can see that we have got 4 pieces. These 2 are exactly the same length and these 2 are exactly the same length. And just before you cut it, you really do want to work out what size you want this picture frame to be, because obviously You know the rule where you like measure 3 times and you cut once, where when you measure once you cut loads of times and you've got to get it out again. That's a lot of hard work gone into that frame to now get your cut wrong. So just make sure you have double checked, triple checked, and you're getting it right. I certainly did. But now we've got it into these 4 pieces, I'm actually going to put a domino in here, which is just going to help locate it and stop it sliding around while it glues. Now, because I don't have a lot of material left here that's thick enough to put one in, because obviously you've got to remember we are going on an angle too, so we don't want it to come out this back side. It might actually, well, it will end up coming into this bit as well, but once it's glued we can just chisel that off and it will be absolutely fine. You're never going to see that anyway, as a backing board is going to be fitted into the back. So for now we're just going to get these dominoes kind of dominoed in somewhere like this, and then we can actually get this glued. Hopefully we can get it glued tonight and then we can carry on working on it tomorrow evening. Just going to leave that now overnight. So the picture frame is now all oiled, it's had several coats and it's looking nice. I have also off camera just added these keyhole slots which help hang it on the wall, but you could have just put like a little pin in and some rope like an eyelet, and then some rope like a standard one, but I like these because it means it's level all the time as long as you put your screws in level. That'll be the challenge. I'm sure I'll manage. But more importantly, the glass is actually just arrived today, so it means we can actually start assembling this. So this is the glass. It's 2 mil thick and it's not polished edges really, so be careful if you get something like this because it'll be sharp on the edges. But you don't need polished edges, that's just an extra expense when it gets covered anyway like that. You'll never see the edges, so ask for unpolished and it'll be cheaper. So that slots in like that. And then we need to put our picture in and then the backing board. Often when pictures come like this, they come rolled. So it's really hard to get them flat. So you either need to flatten it beforehand, which I obviously haven't done, or you can just put a little bit of tape in the corners to hold it in place. Now before you screw your backing board in, check that everything's looking lined up. And that's looking pretty good. You guys have to wait for the final reveal. But now all you need to do is put screws in. Make sure you measure how deep you can go, because obviously you can't go that deep because you'll come through the front. So really double check that. Otherwise you will have done all this work for nothing, because at this stage you could just wreck it so easily. And that is it done. Should we do the big reveal?
Oh, wow. I am so happy with that. I'll take some pictures because obviously you've got the glare of the workshop at the minute. But I'll take some pictures, but I think that is absolutely fantastic. And this picture to print out was literally like £10. It was so cheap. So, dead chuff with that. The wood was pretty much like an offcut anyway. So, yeah, we've managed to get this out with basically just paying for the glass and a bit of ply. So happy. So happy with how this turned out, really pleased. I went for the design and took a bit of a risk and hoped it would work. I think this is the perfect reminder for me and Tom that how far we've come on this barn, and we can see this every day because it's going to go up near our kitchen, so we'll be able to see it when we're cooking and when we're watching the TV. So constant reminder of how far we've come. Really important to stay positive in the big projects and positive through life. Yeah, we all have negativities, but if we can help make things more positive in a normal average day, then I will definitely do that for me and Tom. Absolutely over the moon. Let me know in the comments what you thought and maybe what I could have done different, how you liked this video. Give me some tips and tricks down below, or if you just think it's a great picture frame and a great picture, then leave that in the comments too. Please do hit that massive thumbs up button. Go see all our barn conversion videos because it's my favourite kind of project. Yes, I do this every day, but this is something different for me and we're learning every day, and I find that really fun. So go check them out too, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye!